got so much to talk about today, all right? Massive deep dives into lots of areas that are all connected, all right? This is the deep dive extravaganza. So, in the online sphere, there are a lot of people that are regarded as celebrities. A lot of people regard celebrities in the online sphere, but it turns out all of them do their best to become famous by pushing woke politics and progressive agendas and making believe they care about things that they don't care about. Like, you know, certain incidents that aren't genocides specifically that are around the world where, you know, they specifically don't care about the actual genocides because obviously the people that are doing those genocides are considered the good guys by modern culture. But we're not actually going to be looking into the specific atrocities that go down in the world. No, we are going to be looking at the actual retards in society that hoist the flag of their retardation, claiming to care about all sorts of things when in reality, they are the problem. They are the role models for the retards that look up to them. And today, we are going to be destroying this entire foundation of this entire ecosystem. There's a lot of retards we're going to be talking about. That's right. We're going to be talking about Ludwig. He said that it was that Hasan used a shock collar on his dog. He got harassment and he backed down and changed his mind. We're going to be talking about Pokimane, who first decided not to do a podcast with Hasan Piker, terror supporter, because Hasan Piker shocks his dog, then changed his mind after getting backlash. We're going to be talking about how some women have been sexually assaulting men and basically getting no punishment for it because realistically, no one cares about men, and obviously women are clearly a more victimized gender. Not that you know, we know if they're women even they could maybe they'll identify as men tomorrow. We'll never know. We're gonna talk about how woke culture is the problem actually, and how you need to find God immediately. All right, so lock in. First, we have to look at the #1 song in the world. This became the #1 song in all of YouTube. So we have to look at this song before we get too deep into it, just to know that this is a more lighthearted video than usual, and it's going to be beautiful.
The top 100. Top 100. No, there's no way this is the number one. Shock
song,
my dog,
baby.
I can't stop. How popular is this? It has almost 500,000 views.
Shock my dog, I can't stop. Yeah. Shock my dog until she drops.
Yeah.
2,000 volts straight in her top.
That's right, baby. Kill that dog.
My dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah. Got this remote on me like
Oh shit.
If Kaya tried to move, she out of love.
Yeah.
She better know.
The laser vision.
She's getting off her place. She's getting
Oh.
Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours.
Oh.
She getting up, I can't allow her.
That's right. You my Palestine, I got the power.
I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby?
Oh my, bro, what is this? Oh my God.
Hit it with my power beam.
Jesus.
I don't know why that stupid dog G up. She should know better not to call for her.
Bro.
Cause you already know where my stream is.
Wow.
That will give me banned.
Damn.
How much money I spent. That dog costs more than your mama. I got the most.
It's true too, that shit was expensive.
You know that's the one I need. Shock.
Spoiled.
Yeah, one more time
She getting boiled.
And with my dog just trying to
Oh,
Bro,
boy.
I never saw the end. I never saw the end of it.
Yikes.
Damn, that shit was wow. I think this just might be a certified hood classic. This is a good one, guys. Oh my God.
So now that the largest leftist streamer, someone who's overwhelmingly empathetic. See, the thing I like most about Hasan Piker, supporter of terrorists, and probably a terrorist himself, is the fact that he has so much empathy. Anyway, he was exposed for abusing his little animals because that's what people do. Now, I'm going to show you some lore here. This is Gucci Marks, the creator of the Shock My Dog, I Can't Stop song, which currently sits at over 1.2 million views. He is also a legend that created the song Communist with a Gucci Bag, which you might have heard from time to time hummed on my channel, because this is one of the certified.
My name is Hasan. I'm fighting for your rights. I talk about the workers.
I talk about their plight.
I'm a communist with a Gucci bag. Got my product kicks, yeah. Got to have my swag.
So this man is a certified banger, a actual certified genius. Now, he just released a new one. This is some CEO type shit about Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. I didn't actually see this yet. My chat just told me about it. So we're going to look into what's going on in the streaming world, and then we're going to look at all the retard streamers that are, you know, in the fucking mass rape abuse hellhole that is modern society.
Alright. Yes, Danny and this bitch. It's my platform, baby. Come stream on Twitch. I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich. Girls, don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub. Strip down. Shawty lose the fit. And Danny 60. But still off that drip. Don't wear the safety. Twitch con, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security.
No! Oh my god, that's horrible.
You say Twitch greedy, cause a 50-50 split, and I don't care that you get a 95 on kick. Don't be so neat, yeah, this is a Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick, cause we got baddies. That's the most important bit, come round and blow off. Yeah, right here, it's live on Twitch.
13 plus platform, by the way.
It's a soft core side, we got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off, get down and flash your titties.
Oh my god, this one's diabolical! This was even worse than the Hasan one!
Yeah, yeah. Don't know how Twitch dying. Revenue falling off a cliff. It's not the same now.
That's right.
Lost soul got down and sick. So sad I'm crying. But I got this furry diaper skit on the front page now. Who wanna watch this shit, baby? Yeah, there's some CEO type shit. My life a movie. TwitchCon was off the grid. I'ma watch some streams now. Chill out, cool off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci marks generated the shit.
Bro, this one was absolutely diabolical. Holy shit. Bro's got Diddy energy for real. But now, the reason why I wanted to talk about the Twitch hellhole is because Twitch has basically become modern progressive streamer zoomer hell. Essentially, this is a website for retards and retards only, where if you're not retarded enough, they fire you and they ban you. Ludwig changed the game. Let's just say everything changed when Ludwig decided to come out against Hasan Piker. Now, Hasan Piker, largest leftist political streamer. His audience is full of terrorists, communists, and retards. They want to kill you. Me specifically. They mentioned it several times. But let's see what Ludwig's been up to.
Basically, Ludwig, I think, has had enough. He's had enough.
I'm also not even friends with his son. Legitimately, I'm not. He's not someone that I invite to
Normalize this. Most streamers aren't friends.
Yeah, normalize not being friends with Hasan.
They're co-workers.
Oh, that too.
I retire. I will never speak to 95% of the streamers I collab with again. Hasan is part of that group. Ooh. That's a fact. Do I think Hasan shocks his dog? I have no fucking clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar.
Bro, Hasan Piker. Imagine being Hasan, sitting there on his glass house, all of his former cock sleeves and collar slaves, instantly turning around. Unbelievable. 100% has a shock collar by his biggest glazer. Oh, Lord.
He's adamant that he hasn't shocked her, but that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact. I feel like that shit is 100% a shock collar. I uploaded this video called Huge Streaming Drama that talked about Hasan saying that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5. I poked fun at Hasan.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Jeez, here we go.
And the video got a bit brigaded by Hasan fans.
It's because his audience is full of terrorists. It's because we're living in a world where, for some reason, the left has embraced terrorism. Terrorism! They'll all sit there and celebrating Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, and celebrate murders of assassins and killers. Bro, I'm not trying to be cringy or anything, but the leftoid, the communist, Islamic terrorist alliance is so obvious, it's insane. Of course you're getting brigaded. You're literally fucking beefing with a terrorist organization. The Hasan fan base.
Upset.
Yeah.
And the sponsors, not so happy these days. I don't know if you know this. So I took it down. Because of that, I inserted myself in.
All right, so I actually said this before. I don't believe that he took it down because of the sponsors. I actually don't believe that. I think it was because he was getting hit. He was getting hate. I don't believe it's because of the sponsors. I think this is actually cope. I think he's saying this to make it sound like it's kind of not his fault. I don't believe it.
Some shit that has been with me for 18 months. I had dealt with people who now thought that, hey, Hasan messaged me. He made the boss call. I had to take down the video. That's not what happened.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't believe Hasan actually called him and forced him to take down the video. I believe Hasan got upset. Hasan's terrorist fucking cocksleeve, his trans terrorist gay LGBT Muslims in his audience decided, you know what, we're gonna fucking kill this guy. They brigaded his audience, they threatened his life, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take it to myself. So I don't believe Hasan did the boss call. I just feel like this dude didn't want to get murdered by trans Tifa people in hijabs. Okay, I just feel like he wanted to avoid that. All right, so this dude decided he was just gonna take the video down. He's gonna blame it on Hasan and sponsors and communities. Realistically, he was not into any of that shit. All right, look, man, there are two types of people that when they ask me to guess their gender, I'm not sure. It's trans people and it's people wearing hijabs. All right, I'm just saying, they are more aligned than you think. Okay, that was kind of racist, but funny, so we're keeping it in.
When Emiru said that you shouldn't react to people's videos and then say you're doing it to make them lose revenue because it's bad for use, and then a lot of Hasan's community called her a Zionist.
Just to give you a sense, this dude is still a mod, a freaking moderator in...
It's crazy. Hasan actually aggregates a community of terrorists. I'm not even joking. It's a community of actual terrorists that are inciting violence. It is so frustrating that people aren't willing to call it what it is. And honestly, Asmongold has been a little bit cringe about it. Asmongold keeps going out and being like, oh, I think Hasan is actually a good person. He's not a good person. He's not a good person. You know how I know? You know how I know he's not a good person? He slandered me. He called me a pedophile multiple times. It's a complete lie. There's absolutely nothing to any of these allegations or anything. You know how I know? There's no people making these allegations. No one's making these stuff. It's completely 1000% untrue, and he'll do it anyway, and his audience will follow me around and threaten my life. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. It is literally obvious. Like, you don't understand. I could literally go to any tweet that I make, pull up the comments, and we'll see it immediately. Let's try it, actually. All right, I'll just show it to you, all right? So this is my tweet about the new Mizkif drama with Emiru. Mizkif then, respecter of women, mass collaborator of female streamers, helps girls in a male-dominated industry, progressive values politics, racism is bad according to Mizkif, gambling is bad according to Mizkif, Tectone is bad according to Mizkif, feminism is based according to Mizkif. Mizkif now, allegations of covering up sexual assault, allegations of sexual assault, allegations from multiple women, allegations of stalking women, allegations of harassing women, allegations of manipulating women. All right, so that's what we got. Let's look at the replies. Look at that. Palestine flag in the comments. Mizkif being a bad person doesn't make Tectone not a rapist. All right, again, following the classic Hasan bullshit. Live Nux Taku cousin reaction. This is because I have a family member that was murdered by a Hamas terrorist on October 7th in Israel. And this is Lamau hilarious. Live Nux Taku reaction because he was murdered by a terrorist. Anyway, it's almost like these people are really fucking sickos. I get death threats every single day from Hasan's community. All right, like, you have to understand, these woke people, they're the worst, man. The woke people are undeniably worse than any other community ever. I said this like earlier, and I mean it. I trust the fucking Nick Fuentes, Hitler-heiling groypers, all right, more than I would trust these communist Islamist extremists, without even a shadow of a doubt.
Hasan's chat.
This is so reasonable, and as no surprise, everybody is mad. They go and call Ludwig gutless Yakubian devil.
Now, to be clear, I want no beef with anyone. Hasan,
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You pissed off terrorists.
Hasan's community, Asmon's community, Destiny.
No, that means I'm out of content. You can't do this to me.
If what I said offended you, I apologize deeply. I am Chinese now.
Dude, this guy is such a cuck, it's crazy. He's such a cuck, it's insane. I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't want anyone to get offended. I really don't want to get anybody offended, okay? I don't want to get involved, man, please.
I'm leaving Twitch and YouTube anyway for Billy. Seriously.
I feel, bro, I actually think that he's had enough. I really do. Yeah. I think that he's had enough.
Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Ludwig, please just fucking go.
Oh, God! Oh, my God!
That's crazy.
Oh, that scared the fuck out of me!
Yeah, nice edit. Good edit. Yeah, what team is Ludwig on? Ludwig's a spineless bitch that's trying to make content and be friends with terrorists. Look, I'll be honest. A lot of people tell me I shouldn't shit on Ludwig for not wanting to say his opinion because that's not his type of content. It's not his type of content, that he's not a political guy, so we shouldn't really shit on him. He just makes like gaming videos. If you are a quote-unquote friend and collaborator of Hasan Piker, then you are aligning yourself with terrorists. And with all due respect, you deserve it. You deserve every ounce of fucking shit that you get for it. Because realistically, I'm not a big fan of canceling people by osmosis or anything. Don't weigh in and don't fucking platform terrorists. And, you know, maybe the shit wouldn't happen, realistically. I'm sorry. Hasan is that bad! All right, anyway, Twitch deserves to be shut down. This is a story that just happened over the last few days on Twitch, and it's unbelievable, but don't worry, they're leftoids. They're leftoids, don't worry. So sexually assaulting men is okay, because men are the problem.
He wasn't here. I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was he a bitch?
So let me get this straight. Somebody said this girl assaulted them. I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. For context, she grabbed and held down Saeed, FaZe Silky's assistant, on stream while her friend Zoe Spencer twerked on him after he repeatedly said no and tried to get away and tried to take his clothes off. Now she's lying and saying that she didn't do shit when it happened on stream. They didn't even post the full thing. There is a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me. I felt so uncomfortable talking about it. What is this? What is going on, man?
Zoe, he's not consenting. He's not consenting.
Oh my God. Saeed.
Oh, he censored. I didn't even realize he censored.
Hey, yo, cut the cameras, cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit.
And you see this clip, right? Listen to this again.
Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
So she's saying that it's embarrassing for him that these two girls went up to him and assaulted him.
Why was you?
This is crazy, man. This is absolute insanity. And of course, Twitch is more than happy with running defense for these losers.
What a disgusting fucking bitch. There's no excuse for it. Even if some guy is attracted to her, doesn't mean that everybody is. Why is this bitch on the platform right now? What is this? What is going on, man? Can you imagine the two guys?
I mean, to be honest, it's very obvious. It's because Twitch hates men. Twitch hates men, Twitch hates white people, Twitch hates Jews, because everyone over there, they're like the colonizers and aggressors. So obviously, no one cares about any of that. Criminals are not a real thing. They're a social construct. I mean, their number one political streamer on the left is a terrorist. He's literally a guy hanging out with terrorists, supporting terrorists, and I'm not even trying to exaggerate, is a member of Antifa, a terrorist organization. Like, it's insane.
Streamers did that to a girl? Really? Like, imagine. This would be like national news. Like, you'd have every fucking person tweeting about how this is another example of culture and how men enable this stuff and everything. Like, we'll put out a video about it. I mean, if they don't get banned, I'm gonna tell you this: Twitch is a supporter of assault.
Guys, don't worry.
Well, don't worry, because it turns out she did get banned. Fantastic news, guys. Fantastic news. She did, in fact, get banned. So this is good. This is good to hear. Everyone loved to hear the news that she got banned. So the Asmongold threat did work. She was banned from Twitch for 1 day and 6 minutes. She was banned for 1 day. She got a 1 day ban on Twitch for literally sexually assaulting somebody on stream. She got banned for 1 day. 1 day ban for literal sexual assault, very obvious. And no one cares because it was a man that got sexually assaulted. So literally no one actually gives a shit. Yeah, it's actually that simple. It really is.
There
actually
it is. You see
simple. Anyway, it gets even more insane because it turns out one of the people running for election in New York for the mayor literally fucking destroyed Hasan Piker.
There it is. You see Hasan get cooked on Twitter by the New York City dude? I did. I saw it. The New York debate happened yesterday, and Hasan was tweeting, Curtis Siwa, we must send minors to prison.
Context.
It's personal for me. My oldest son, Anthony, was the victim of a vicious gang assault.
Bro, everyone is constantly beating this guy and his family.
I almost lost my oldest son to gang violence, and the perpetrators went to family court and got a little pat on the wrist and was sent home to do it again and again. We need to start charging juveniles who commit violent crime in
the one Republican candidate in New York. He has no chance, but, you know, he's trying.
Criminal court, and I'll appoint criminal court judges who follow the law and don't just release them because of no cash bail.
Clear difference between you on that.
Curtis Lewa, we must send minors to perma-jail.
Look at how he acts, right? Look at how he acts. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at how insane it is the way he acts. See, here's a statement from a guy saying that, you know, minors that are part of gang violence, that are literally assaulting people, need to get punished. And he's like, children to perma jail. Let's do propaganda.
I didn't.
So he immediately goes to Twitter and posts, Curtis Lewa, we must send minors to prison, which is a diabolically evil misquote. Anyway, that's just classic Hasan. He's a terrorist. Why are we surprised? You know, he's part of Antifa.
Know this guy. I had no idea who this guy was. But then I saw that he said if they commit violent crimes in a furtherance of street gangs, yes. And then he even goes farther and he says, and people who abuse their animals too.
It's so bad.
By the way.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I was not familiar with him at all. This dude's wild. Who is this guy?
That's an almost 10x ratio. It's over.
People get whipped up in a frenzy over nonsensical shit. They've imagined that I'm like abusing my dog because she fucking sleeps behind me. People make up their minds and then they realize maybe they were duped. It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. That's Guys, that's the reason. It's 100% the reason. But this
Absolutely, it's everyone's lying.
Curtis guy, bro. Holy shit. I was not familiar with his game.
Yeah, but he absolutely killed him. And people who... Now, you would think that, all right? The Republican guy running for mayor in New York calling out Hasan Piker. Okay, Hasan Piker's a large leftist streamer. But there's no way that Hasan Piker got condemned by a literal terrorist supporter, right? Anyway, this is Zoran Mamdani.
Genocide. And I find the comments that Hasan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible. And I also think that part of the reason why Democrats are in the situation that we are in, of being a permanent minority in this country, is we are looking only to speak to journalists.
He literally, his best buddies, Zoran Mamdani, condemned him on national television. Bro, it's a terrible day to be a leftoid, man. It's a terrible day to be a leftoid. Holy shit, they're getting eaten. So anyway, we are the dominant culture. So I'm I am doing my part to try my best to take over. All right, so Ludwig, after coming out with his incredibly brave statement, that there was a shock collar, he got obliterated on Twitter.
Absolutely insane, the amount of people that have roached out and tried to attack Ludwig. So Ludwig recently came out and said that he didn't want to have to deal with like any of the Hasan drama.
I'm also not even friends with Hasan, but that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact.
Ludwig probably hates Hasan because he spends more time with his girlfriend than he does. He decides...
Awkward! Probably true.
To dagger Hasan today by saying it's 100% a shot caller, and then immediately says, but I don't know. No, he said that he thinks it's a shot caller for sure, but he doesn't know whether he shocked the dog. This implies that Ludwig only thinks his IRL friend abuses his dog and that his own girlfriend is a liar. That's not...
Can I tell you something that I'm sure a lot of you are not gonna like what I have to say? I'm gonna quote someone. Okay? Now, you might argue, Nux, Ludwig doesn't deserve this amount of hate. He was just trying his absolute best to tell the truth. He doesn't deserve this. Ludwig, as I said to you once before,
you will be held to a higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will destroy you with glee. Please take this warning seriously. I liked you.
That's right, bro. That's right, motherfucker. You cozied to the woke and they fucking killed you over it. Yeah, that's right. It happens every time. I saw this coming a million years ago. Obviously, duh. These are people with no morals, endless purity tests, and you would never, ever, literally ever make them happy. You only exist as a useful idiot to them, and they do not care about you.
Not what he said either. So she comes out and says something.
I looked at the collar. The collar is taped off.
Where then he's on a call with the FaZe people.
Wait, Ludwig, you said you want to do a stream with me too? I'm down.
Not after that clip you farmed on me, you asshole.
What?
She put him in that situation. This isn't even a criticism of Cutie, right? But I'm just being honest about this. Like, it goes both ways. How is it fair for her to go out and run her mouth and say shit like this? But then whenever he says, yeah, I don't know about that, this is somehow him being a bad boyfriend.
I literally haven't even posted the clip yet, and the very same people are already making shit up.
Asmongold tells Ludwig he shouldn't have let his girlfriend Cutie Cinderella run her mouth by defending Hasan Piker, thereby putting him in a bad situation.
It's not even... See, why are these people addicted to lying? I wouldn't be surprised if he starts doing some right-wing grift, considering how hard his numbers have been dropping lately. I wouldn't put it past him.
Dude, everyone does this. Every time you say something that goes against Hasan, bam, right-wing grift.
This is what happens whenever you disagree with these people on the internet. They will make up lies about you. They will say things to assassinate your character. They will imply that you're a Nazi.
Ludwig, a streamer with blonde hair and blue eyes whose parents were related, believes that Hasan Piker's dog has a shock collar.
Look at how they do this. He was a #1 100,000% Hasan Piker glazer to the absolute max of his abilities. Do you understand how insane this is? Like, look at how insane this is. This dude, without a shadow of a doubt, is sitting here, glazing Hasan, glaze ink, one minuscule thing he disagrees with, and the audience comes out and calls him a Nazi. Is that not incredible? Is that not absolutely... That's why I love the left. They have no chance, because they're an endless purity spiral. The only dominant party in the left are going to be the radical Islamist terrorists, as well as the radical communists. These are the only people that can actually survive, because if you're not a radical Islamist communist, they will literally destroy you. That's why people like H3H3 is not, you know, considered left enough in these circles. He's a leftist liberal cuck sometimes. He really is. And it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter to them. Is that not insane? I think it's fantastic to watch them eat each other. It's wonderful. Let them continue to eat each other, man. Hell yeah, two retards fighting forever.
Guys, what the hell are we doing here?
Crazy how the guy who used to have a big trans flag in the background of his streams just ended up becoming some fence-sitting loser. So now they're saying that—
Is that not amazing? Is that not incredible? This dude went out there with a fucking trans flag. That's how much insane, wacko, obscure, random shit he was doing. All right? He was out there as this ultimate woke cum guzzler for the entire organization. Do you understand how crazy this is? Bro is sitting here as a radical leftist. But it's not enough. It doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to these guys. That's right. Unless you chop your penis off and swear fealty to the flag of Islamistan, you're cooked.
Flag in the background of his streams just ended up becoming some fence-sitting loser. So now they're saying that he doesn't like trans people anymore. And like, y'all see how
No,
this—
actually, I'll correct you on that, Asmongold. He never cared about trans people. Ever. He never cared about them. In fact, and this is my opinion, obviously, you could disagree, I don't think he ever give a shit. In fact, I don't think he even necessarily believes, you know, trans people are real. Maybe he thinks that they're just men and women with mental illnesses. I don't know what he believes. He's a cuck. He's a complete cuck to the woke mob. He's trying to always have the correct opinion. He's trying to always care about the current thing. He absolutely doesn't give a remote shit about any of these things he's fighting for. And because he lived his life as woke, brainlet retard, the 4,817th, now he's getting absolutely destroyed by people that expect him to pick a side instead of just immediately trust the current thing.
happens, right? What does Cutie see in Ludwig? They're basically engaging in the most vicious and hostile form of character assassination. There is no level they will not go to. There is no length that they will not take in order to try to misrepresent, make a person look bad. And I think that what's really funny is that the Hasan event, I think, has really gone to show that even a lot of the people in LA, even they don't want to have anything to do with this. It's so toxic and so unpleasant that even they want to avoid it. It's nuts.
Yep, pretty crazy. Anyway, no one's surprised. That's the funniest part. Literally, no one is surprised by this, especially not me. I saw this coming a million years ago. Inevitably, he's going to disagree with something that someone says, and they're going to absolutely destroy him for it. So anyway, this is a clip. This is a clip from, I remember that streamer girl that I was just showing you a video about that she, allegedly sexually assaulted someone on camera, like this clip. So apparently another old clip of her recently resurfaced that had a lot of people asking questions.
Brother, and he was like 6. So I beat him until he was like 15 or 13, all the way there. And like Child Protection Services came. We had to fly to China to evade the police.
Yep, psycho.
Bro, look at their faces. They said, what?
Yeah, it's a crazy bitch.
Wait, hold up.
It's a crazy bitch.
What?
Protective Services, because they were going to put us in foster care. And we went to China for a month, came back. My dad almost got arrested because they thought it was my dad beating him. But it was actually me. And they all knew, but I wouldn't say anything. And I beat him more to not say anything to the police when they got interrogated. And then he got released. I think it wasn't the physical beating that was the worst part. It was the mental. Like, it really hindered him. It disabled him from, like, being able to express.
So you beat your brother until he was disabled, and Child Protective Services came in, and you had to leave the country because of it, and then your dad almost went to jail.
Sounds about right. Anyway, that's pretty diabolical. Now, to understand the insanity here, that's the shit that we're dealing with, man. That's the shit that we're dealing with, and no one cares. No one cares that she literally admitted to abusing her brother.
Look at the Rhett and Link thing.
But anyway, more people are joining in on the fuck communist Hasan Piker train.
Look at the Rhett and Link thing. Shout out to Rhett and Link for slipping up and dropping a Collargate reference.
For context, Rhett and Link are some of the biggest and most OG YouTubers ever.
So I have a
also super woke
call, and I put it on vibrate. I'm not like so Hasan.
Let's not get
You just mentions the word Hasan and no, you can't mention the fact that the largest leftist streamer is a communist terrorist that abuses his animals.
And everybody knows that's not what we.
No.
And we're not. But I'm just saying, I have
She is mad. How dare you insult Commie Daddy?
Yeah,
the woke lord.
Vibration call.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
Everybody knows about this shit. I think this might be the single most consequential thing that Hasan has ever done.
So I already gave you my theory for this. All right, decoy voices in chat. You let me know what you think. When Hasan Piker supports terrorists that rape and murder children, people don't really want to get involved, right? They'll be like, yo, he's a big streamer. His politics are obviously accepted because he says the right things about trans issues and socialism and Trump is Hitler. So, you know, yes, he supports rapists, pedophile, terrorists, but you know what? That's politics. I don't get involved into politics. So people have that delusional excuse. But when it comes to the Shockmaster himself, Zap God, Hasan Piker, abusing little animals, even the normies can't put that in a little box in their mind. They can't, like, open a little box and put that in and be like, yeah, no, actually, yeah, no, he's a good guy. No, you can't. You literally can't. Like when he's supporting fucking, you know, what's his name? Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, who murdered 240 Marines, American Marines, and also contributed to the deaths of 650,000 people in Syria. And he'll be like, yeah, I like Hassan Nasrallah. And, you know, people can be like, well, I don't really understand things about Houthis. I don't really get it. Yeah, he's a rapist, pedophile, sex slave haver, but, you know, we don't really get involved. But when it comes to, like, specifically animal abuse, torturing little animals on screen, the normies, they can't really get away from that one. And I think it's pretty beautiful.
This is bigger than 9/11. Okay.
Whoa!
It's.
I mean, it's bigger than Hasan. See, Hasan Piker saying America deserved 9/11. He then runs with the defense. Well, when I mean that America deserves 9/11, what I actually mean is the fact that American imperialism caused the inevitable consequence that the good guys, Islamist terrorists, are gonna literally try and kill 3,000 of us. It's because of America's own. And he'll hit you with the fucking retard argument. And, like, people be like, well, I don't really understand foreign policy, so I don't need to get involved. But, like, what are you going to say when you see him fucking, you know, Darth Sidious Palpatining his fucking dog?
Doesn't matter. You will never be able to convince anybody. People being like, it's abuse. What kind of dog is forced to stay in one area for 5 hours? I was like, every dog. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to explain it so that everybody understands.
All right.
And for the record, this isn't even the infamous clip that went viral. After 2 hours, the dog gets off the minuscule platform.
As you can see, the dog has left the open-air prison.
Unmutes his stream, moves his arm to the same place as 20 other clips, and then the dog jolts out of nowhere. The dog then stayed in the same spot for the next 5 hours, the same exact spot.
Even though the dudes that are making the videos are weirdos, some of them are talented, obviously. That's how they got, like...
I love how everyone does that. It's like, the people criticizing you, they're all weird and rapists and pedophiles, so we don't even need to acknowledge it. He literally gets these guys on his stream that are trying to suckle from his teats of clout, and he just basically gets them to say the thing that he wants them to say. That's the funniest part. I think that these two dudes on stream with him, I'm not saying that I don't want to brigade them. I don't want to send them any hate or anything. But if they were to get hate, it would be justified. They're collaborating with a terrorist supporter. They're collabing with a pedophile supporter. Hasan Piker's a pedophile supporter. He supports the Houthis. They marry 8-year-olds. All right, they marry 8-year-olds. There are instances of Houthis murdering 8-year-old girls by internal bleeding on their wedding nights. Okay? All right, and he supports them. So, yeah, no, I think that this guy fucking sucks, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Respect. The memes are very funny. Like, even that song, She's My Palestine, I've Got the Power. That was...
Some of them are talented, obviously.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this. Black people care about that. Like, shut the fuck up.
Look, the only things he says that are correct are the things that get him canceled. What could I say? Anyway, so Ludwig, I love the Ludwig arc. It's my favorite part. Ludwig decides to back out entirely. Oh my God. Ludwig decides, after getting some harassment from the Hasan community of terrorists and pedophiles, he decides he is going to back out completely.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
Hasan just hates America. Wake up.
Here we go.
Denaturalize and deport. Communist, get him out.
Go.
But oh my God, Nux, you're going against the First Amendment authoritarianism. No, denaturalize and deport. He wants to kill us, guys. He wants us dead. Okay? No exaggerating.
I want to make sure if I know something, speak honestly. After my stream, I got close-up pictures of the shock collar on my mother's life. I didn't see prongs. I'm pretty sure it's a vibrate collar.
Because he removed the prongs, you idiot. Why does he keep talking? Every time this motherfucker opens his mouth, there is another week of talking about how Hasan Piker electrocutes, thunderbolts, Final Fantasy Thundagas, his pupper, okay? So I want to take this moment to say thank you, Slugwig, for deciding to come out and add fuel to the flame. We need more people to get involved so we can keep talking about infinite dog torture.
Context.
I'm also not even friends with Hasan. But that 100% is a shot caller, as a fact. I feel like that shit is 100% a shot caller.
I'm honestly impressed by Ludwig. He's managed to do every single thing wrong.
True. But I just genuinely saw a picture of it after. It did
and
have
everybody in the chat is mad. Oh, brother, why? And this is one of his...
All right, I'm going to say something that's going to make you freak out.
First support.
This guy in his chat, are you ready? This guy in his chat says, show us. This guy in his chat is completely correct. Why on earth would he say, I saw pictures of it up close and decided that Hasan was right, but not actually show the pictures? If it was that easy to prove to the world that it wasn't a shot collar, why has Hasan still not shown a close-up picture of the shot collar? No wonder why Zeus, the Lord of Thunder, is interested in Hasan Piker striking his dog. Hasan Piker is entering this man's domain to electrocute little animals, all right? Well, Zeus wants to see the thunder, all right? So realistically, Ludwig, you are such a snake. Like, it is unbelievable. If it's true that this is a real image that you saw, why would you not show it? Why would you not clear Hasan's name? Why wouldn't Hasan clear his own name? You know why? It's because Hasan Piker tortures little animals just as much as Hasan Piker's uncle wants to have sex with them. This is some spineless shit, man. For real, for real. It's unbelievable.
Orders one of his mods.
And I saw pictures on my mother's life. I saw a picture of it.
Bro, for the...
So show the picture. Show us the picture. He can't because it's a shot collar. He can't because he was manipulated. He can't because Hasan Piker set it up in a way where Ludwig would come out here and make his big apology because he's getting shit from the Hasan Piker Terrorist Communist Alliance. And this dude, gigantic loser, cannot actually stand on business because he doesn't want to get involved. He doesn't want to get involved, so he did everything wrong. What a gigantic, wet, slimy vagina. And now let me make this clear. All right? Because this is important. Because of Ludwig, the blue whale's vagina is now the second biggest pussy on the planet.
Love of Christ. We have the creator of the collar, confirming it's...
The creator of the collar is like it's a shot collar. Ludwig saw a picture.
One of the shocking ones. We have people proving you can remove the prongs with ease. Then there are channels that have literally overlaid the schematics of the collars, showing how it's 100% a shocking one, since the vibrating type is much smaller.
Stop farming it. I'm not farming it, but like...
Oh poor bastard. This dude just wants to make videos, man.
Genuinely saw it, so it's like, am I supposed to sit here and not say I saw it? Should I lie? Should I lie and say I didn't? I don't love this shit, bro. I'm just genuinely...
This poor motherfucker. You literally cannot win, man. You are a loser, bro.
Sitting here as a human, I saw it with my own eyes.
And like, do you understand how incredible this is? This is incredible. Look at this guy. He's sitting over here and he's like, I want to tell you the thing that you'll be happy about. I don't care about the truth. I don't care about reality. I don't care that Hasan Piker is supporting terrorists and abusing his little animals. I just want the words to come out of my mouth in a way that you will accept them and like me for it, okay? Do you understand how pathetic this guy is? See, I would not be in this issue because I actually say what I think. And I've gotten into trouble numerous times for the things that I've said, and I've doubled down on most of them realistically. Realistically, most of the things I get canceled for are things that I actually do double down for. But the crazy part is, this dude is such a slimy jellyfish that he is going to sit there and literally tell us directly, I want to tell you the words that would get me out of hot water. How is this not the ultimate red flag? How do people look up to this guy? Like, I'm not even trying to be rude. I don't even hate Ludwig. But how do you even look up to this guy, man? Like, he's such a jellyfish. It's crazy. This is the most fucking snake shit I've ever seen.
I went on live saying that it was a shot collar, so now
like, I'm just coming out here to tell you the things that I think will make you happy to hear.
And I saw it.
No one, and you are never winning back the Hasan Piker terrorist audience. They are never coming back, bro, because you went up against terrorist Jesus. This is crazy.
With my own eyes.
Here's my best advice. Just stop talking about it.
What? No, I disagree. Asmongold, shut up. Shut the fuck up, Asmongold. Ludwig, keep talking about it. Ludwig, keep talking about it. We need another Ludwig clip in like 3-4 days to keep this shit dragging out a little bit longer. Ludwig, do not stop talking about it. Come out with a totally different opinion next time. It'll throw everyone for a loop.
Why does he keep asking for more rope? I don't know. At this point, it might as well just be BDSM. And this is the funny thing about this, is that the bridge is burnt. These people from now on will always call you a Nazi. They will always say that you're a traitor.
Where Ludwig kind of always gave me like sociopath vibes.
They will never trust you again. They will...
The whore does not trust Ludwig.
Lie about you, and they will enjoy it. You've already lost.
Correct.
How do you counter that? These are people that they only matter to the extent that you think they matter. The moment that you ignore them, they go away.
Honestly, he's sort of right. He is sort of right. When it comes to Ludwig, he's completely right. When it comes to people like me that are being threatened in real life because of stuff like this, not as much. But anyway, Ludwig, you just need to shut up and ignore and you'll be fine. But you won't because you kind of suck. Anyway, they finally banned her. Oh, this is the one that I was talking about.
This is the girl that went around, like, we're not going to show the clip, but it was, like, really weird. She's holding this guy down. Real weird, like, sexual assault. And so she actually got banned yesterday on Twitch. Any length of time that she's banned for, that is not a permanent ban. I mean, committing a felony on stream, I feel like that should be an instant perma, right?
That's what you would think if you were reasonable. But what if the goal was sexually assaulting men? Have you ever considered that, Asmongold? Have you ever considered that the terrorists that are running the fucking leftoid community cesspits and orgy holes, have you ever considered the fact that they actually want men getting killed, raped?
The person who was the victim right here says thank you.
Silk here now. Nobody making fun of you ever again, you heard?
You guys literally saved me. I'm not even joking. Because I was at the worst look of my life.
And I'd do it again and again and again if I had to, bro.
So she did try.
Oh my god, dude. A lot of people think that men can't get sexually assaulted. That's such a not true thing, man. It's disgusting. And Twitch, fuck you guys, really. Actual hell pit of terrorists, communists, and sexual assaulters. And also, I mean, realistically, Twitch is, like, if you go to Twitch, you'll see it's, like, full of people that are, like, linking their OnlyFans. Like, it's a 13+ website full of, like, whores and shit. Like, how do we get here, man? How do we get here, dude?
To reach out after obviously people started talking about this. No surprise here. Nina is asking me for your number. She's just trying to do damage control. And this is her talking about it again.
I'ma always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure.
Well, not really though, because you just got banned.
And during the situation, I
for a day.
Genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. Yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really wrong.
Nah, because if you thought that, you wouldn't have said that it's embarrassing for him to get upset about it after the fact.
Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy. Why was he a bitch?
You don't.
Oh my god. Aquafina's retarded trans brother over here talking about how he's a bitch for feeling bad that he got sexually assaulted. Unbelievable.
Go and then try to degrade his masculinity in order to deflect from your own accountability. Like, that's the reason why you know she's lying. A whole video of her admitting that she would beat her little brother. It was so bad that CPS got involved.
But I have relationship problems with my little brother. He was like 6. So I beat him until he was like 15 or 13, all the way there. And like Child Protective Services came. We had to fly to China to evade the police.
Bro, look at their faces. They said, what?
What is it with these fucking male streamers? Trying to piss off female streamers. Like, why are you so emotional? Like, yo, if you...
Bitch, relax. Just stop sexually assaulting people. Like, god damn, it's not a gender thing. Just relax. Just stop touching it. Keep your hands to
you know what? This defense actually works. She'll go out there, she'll sexually assault people, and then she'll be like, why are all these male streamers so about? And they'll unban her. Is that not insane? Is that not crazy?
Yourself. You can't stop touching your brother. You can't stop touching your fucking other people.
And then okay, cool. They get emotional, they cry. Stop being a crybaby. You a pussy. Okay. So then when they fight,
I cannot wait to see the video of her crying about her career getting destroyed by this.
She got unbanned after 24 hours, bro.
This is the problem, is that people like this, they are only like this towards other people that they can take advantage of. There's tons of people that got it rough. But the moment that you go and you put yourself in a position where you're hurting another person, my sympathy for you goes to zero. Obviously, he's got a lot of friends around with him, but if he needs help, you know, funding any lawsuit or anything like that, lawyer fees, just hit me up. I can get you in with some other people that make sure it happens. Because it's just what has to happen.
I agree. That's why you need punishments. That's why you need accountability. But you know who doesn't care about that? The leftoid rabid cesspit that is the entire Twitch and Twitch adjacent community. Now, I wanted to wrap this up. Diesel Patches just made a video titled "Pokimane is an idiot." This is like one of those the sky is blue ass titles. But Pokimane apparently did a whole podcast talking about Hasan Piker. So lock in and let's see what we got.
So, Pokimane and Lily Pichu, 2 titans within the streaming industry on Twitch, have this podcast called Sweet and Sour. It's a show where they talk about...
It's Cringecast, where a bunch of people imagine that they're in relationship with these women that honestly are probably gonna die alone.
About cute boys and foreign policy. Now, I've seen quite a few Sweet and Sour episodes.
No, you didn't.
It might be one of my podcasts of all time. Their little
no.
chibi avatars are very kawaii.
Right.
Last time we talked about Pokimane, she burned down a homeless shelter. But
Right.
what has me covering her today? Well, it all comes back to Lightning McQueen himself. Yeah, this is yet another tale of a cowardly streamer ducking their head in the sand for Hasan Piker. Pokimane and Lily
Dude, it's
Pichu.
unbelievable how they're doing. They just don't stop. They don't stop. These people suck. The amount of defense they'll run for a terrorist supporter is actually crazy. And they need to all be held accountable. They need to all be held accountable. Like, bro, this is some Nuremberg trial shit, bro.
Who did a podcast episode with Hasan Piker before the infamous clip of him using a shock collar on his dog was exposed for everyone to see. This led to a public statement from the Sweet and Sour staff claiming that due to a recent situation involving our guest, that being Hasan, the episode will not be released. Many took issue with this statement because it seems like Pokimane herself was trying to avoid the fact that an acquaintance of hers yanks dog tails. Well, Pokimane herself did come out and say that she did not write this response, and she was actually—
These people are so terrible. These people, they're all horrible people. This is my favorite part. My favorite part is, like, you'll have a bunch of, like, right-wing guys or whatever that are canceled by society for, like, all being Nazis and fascists and stuff. And meanwhile, these people are gonna be, like, you know, dudes with families, and that's it. It's like, these are the people that are going after Charlie Kirk. Like, all these people, well, not like like Pokimane or whatever, but like a large chunk of these people, like Mizkif, Hasan, you know, they're out here laughing that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. They're so happy because he was obviously right-wing, obviously. So I made this tweet as a response to this guy. Metatron retweeted my Mizkif tweet saying, Mizkif also laughed at Charlie Kirk's death, thought it was hilarious, said, what a shot, but he's a right-wing guy. They find this shit so funny all the time, meaning who cares if he got killed? He's right-wing. I responded, Charlie Kirk, loving wife, 2 wonderful kids, inspired a generation, put his life on the line to fight for his country. Mizkif, allegations of covering up sexual assault, allegations sexual assault, allegations of multiple women, allegations stalking women, allegations harassing women, allegations manipulating women, allegations blackmailing women. Right now, he's currently suicidal and very alone. All right, suicidal and alone. But this guy is considered the radical. The radical is the dude that married a woman, had a couple of kids, all right, that doesn't have any of these weird sexual assault, dog abusing, terrorist supporting allegations under his belt. And all the people that are grandstanding and standing on some emotional, moral high ground are the retards. Like, it's crazy. Oh my God. You have leftoids shooting people on the right, and then you have right-wing people. Oh my God, a group chat leaked where a couple of them were a little racist in private. Then you're like, what are we doing? Oh my, it's literally that easy.
Oh my God, I'm a leftist, so I have empathy. Anyway, I'm in like 47 sexual abuse lawsuits, and I support terrorism.
Not like those fucking fascists that are married with 3 children. It's crazy.
Planning to upload the Hasan episode, despite all of the negative attention he continues to get. Pokimane also noted that until the next episode is released, the podcast itself will be experiencing some restructuring. Many took this part of the tweet as if Pokimane was firing the individual on the Sweet and Sour podcast team who sent out this letter. After all, as was noted on the response, the goal is to create a space that is comfy. Well, a couple of days later, instead of us getting the Hasan episode like Pokimane wanted, we instead got an episode addressing the controversy regarding Hasan, and I used the word address.
Okay, I didn't actually see this podcast at all, so this is new to me. That's why I wanted to watch this video. All right, let's see what the retards are saying. Let's see what the leftoids are going to do to jump over backwards and make believe dog abuse is actually cool and hip and epic and poggers.
Dressing very lightly. It's more so dancing around the topic to save face. I kind of figure the response.
Okay, what I'm about to say is Islamophobic. So I know that I'm already going to get this taken out of context, but I feel like it's important to say it anyway. All right, so again, if you feel like the need to clip this and put it in public, like whatever, but we'll try to keep it here. Definitely subscribe for more takes. What I'm about to tell you is Islamophobic. So, like, if that type of stuff triggers you, you could leave now. Abusing dogs is bad. Sorry for the blatant Islamophobia. I'll try to be better.
Gonna be booty butt cheeks already when I saw that the preview for the podcast episode had comments turned off. That's always a good sign. Well, I'm excited for this dumpster fire. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at Pokimane, quote-unquote, addressing the controversy.
So, let's try to explain a little bit, I guess, what happened. To clarify, in France...
Every time I hear her speak, I think, me, 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 me. Like, bro, she literally says nothing of substance, literally ever. It's crazy that people watch this.
We filmed... This is how I talk about it on my stream. We filmed a P word with H word. And
why? Like a
Can we normalize calling Hasan the H word?
Voldemort situation.
Yeah, I know. It's to avoid getting clipped. The clip is less interesting, and the quote
Well, that failed.
is less interesting when I say.
Now you just sound gay and like you're talking to a child audience of 14-year-olds that are beating off to your podcast. Which, I mean, to be fair...
A P word with...
Did you get clipped?
No, I didn't, because I said it in this way. I'm a genius.
Wow, Pokimane. That is what we like to call a 5D chess move.
Wow, that's
You're so
crazy.
clever. Because of this brilliant move, now...
How old is Pokimane? How old is Pokimane? Pokimane is 30, 29. Yeah. Anyway, Pokimane at 29. I found the P word with H word. I'm running defense for terrorists. Me at 29. Thanking God every single day for the wonderful family that I have, trying my best to serve God in the best way that I can. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing out here, man. I'm just saying, not trying to glaze myself or anything, but, and again, I don't like putting my private life in public, but damn, this is like, thank God I'm me and not her. Holy crap.
I and many other YouTubers won't definitely make fun of you for being so spineless that you can't even say Hasan Piker's name. What the fuck was the point of that again? Referring to Hasan as H not only still invites people to clip you, but also fails to actually answer any questions your viewers might have. The point of this episode is for you to address what happened, and because you can't even give your fan base the liberty of understanding the context, all you do is confuse your
Wow, dude, that's crazy! I didn't even consider that. She's not using the words P words and H words so that she doesn't get clipped. She knows she's gonna get clipped. She uses these words so her fucking 14-year-old audience of gooners don't understand what she's talking about. Oh my God, that's crazy!
audience. I find this not only cowardly, but also extremely ironic, considering the podcast advertises itself as
Today we're gonna take accountability. I P-worded with H-word and everything was different now. Anyway, moving on.
Real talks, and yet you can't even make the effort to explain the situation you're referring to or even say the individual's name. It's very apparent that
A lot of people don't know this, but Pokimane actually silently endorses dog torture. That's crazy. I thought she only silently endorsed Islamic terrorism, but now she silently endorses dog torture as well. This is diabolical.
Route you want to go with is, so guys, this really weird thing happened last week. It was so weird. Anyways, let's just forget about it and move on. The reason Pokimane doesn't specify what she's addressing is because her casual fans who know nothing about the situation will just see from their perspective Pokimane taking responsibility, because the alternative of her admitting she wanted to upload a video with another creator who's being accused of being an animal abuser is not a very good look.
Who is an animal abuser? Continue.
Well, anyway, so an F word, we were filming a P word with H word. And this just feels like I can't bring myself to. Anyways, as you guys know, we filmed a podcast.
It's diabolical that people actually watch this content. What's the name of this podcast? What's the name of her actual podcast? Okay, what is his description? Hasan, stop. Millions of dogs live on that island, cried the alt-right. Hasan looks down from the clouds with a smile on his face. Raigo! A burst of electricity strikes the dog island where millions of barks turn to silence. That's the greatest description I've ever seen. Anyway, the name of her podcast is called Sweet and Sour. Sweet and Sour Podcast. I just want to see the views that they get. Because this is insane. Imagine pulling views on a podcast, which is actually made for retards. It's a retard podcast.
Oh, yeah? What if-
All right, so this is their current episode addressing the giant Hasan Piker controversy. So it's currently sitting at 60,000 views. Woo! Obliterated in the dislike section. All right, the 3,000 to over 50% dislikes. That's kind of crazy. All right, let's see what their average view count looks like, because this was a special one. People clicked on this one. They wanted to see her discussing her P word with H word. Let's see what her actual view count is like. All right, you ready? 70, 80, 100. Wow. These are two of the biggest female streamers struggling. They can't break 100,000 views unless they get a man on the podcast. Oh my God. That's crazy. They can't break 100K unless they get a man on the podcast. Yikes.
Podcast, whatever. And then when we came back home, there was a big controversy that blew up.
And that's it for giving context about what Hasan did to
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, what H did to his D. What is even the point of addressing the controversy instead of just...
Hasan Piker kept shocking his D and everything. He kept shocking his D. And there were more and more clips of him getting leaked shocking his D. He's out there, he's beating his D, he's shocking his D, he's pulling his D, and everything was different.
Uploading the Hasan episode if you can't even specify what you're addressing. This isn't a goddamn Guess Who game. Your job here is to give your viewers context. So guys, this individual's name starts with H, and he's under fire right now for using a SC on his D. So after Pokimane's riveting take on H being an a-hole, she then addresses the backlash she received for allegedly firing someone on her podcast team, or the entire staff itself, since the letter was sent by staff. Anyways, whoever posted the letter revealed that the Hasan podcast episode would not be publicized. According to Pokimane, she did not fire anyone from the team, and the podcast structure was already in a transition period before the dreaded H electrocuting his D controversy even started.
So anyways, when we filmed this podcast and then this whole controversy imploded, we didn't have a straightforward way by which we would make a decision of whether or not to upload it. Some people on staff were not comfortable, some people didn't care, and it's very, like, there wasn't one sole person who could be like, we're doing it, F everyone. But in my opinion, we just did not have a good process by which to make a decision, or anyone really spearheading or taking responsibility for things.
This was like the most nothing statement I've ever heard in my life.
Because we were in a transitional period. And we had/have someone who helps us with socials.
It's your podcast. It's your decision, okay? You have some guys editing your videos or making a podcast, but like, what are we even doing? You've got to stop. Like, take some accountability, you absolute degenerate. It's all your decision. It's no one else's decision. It's your podcasts. I have done podcasts before, okay? You are the host. It's your podcast. Your face is on it. You hire editors to work on it. You hire editors to upload it or whatever, make thumbnails or whatever the fuck. But it's your choice. Like, this is painfully pathetic. You guys suck.
Who's also stepping down. We have an editor who's
stepping down, aka getting fired,
but also has a full-time job. So I
have someone in my chat that just said groipers for Nux. Disclaimer, I am Jewish. Disclaimer. Just making sure you're aware, okay? Just making sure you're aware.
Last like month-ish, we've just had a lot of restructuring issues within our staff. So when I made that tweet, it sounded like we're restructuring.
And I love you. Well, I love you too, random groiper.
Restructuring because of this, and I'm firing everybody, but that's not what I meant. I literally meant we are in the middle of restructuring, and kind of what happened is only further proof that we need to kind of put our heads down, figure it out, because clearly any action that comes from the podcast reflects hugely on Lily and I.
You realize you could have just uploaded the episode. If you actually cared, you would have just uploaded the episode. This is unbelievable.
Mind you, this is why the podcast is going on hiatus. If some controversy becomes popular, controversy is tied to podcasts in some way, show is now going on hiatus, but it's actually for a different reason, and this is all just coincidental timing. Reminds me of how another podcast ended.
No! Wait, but that... God damn.
Different reason.
That actually was coincidental timing!
And this is all just coincidental timing. Reminds me of how another...
This actually realistically was coincidental timing. That's crazy. Yo, that's a crazy good reference, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty hilarious.
Other podcast ends.
So for those of you that are unaware, all right, I don't actually know what was made public, but essentially this podcast was not owned by us, and we didn't want to work with the people that actually did own the podcast. So we kind of quit. And it was literally in the works for a while, and yikes, awkward. But anyway, not the point.
I think in an effort
It was a good time.
To clarify where I was coming from, like, I didn't mean to throw staff under the bus so much. And at the end of the day, like, the responsibility of the podcast is mine and Lily's solely. But that's also why when we hadn't approved the statement, it didn't feel so good. That's something...
There's no way you didn't approve the statement that was posted by you. Like these people suck. There's no way this is real. Like, who's buying this?
Reflected on us when we did not know at all that it was going to come out. The statement, I mean. That is just what I'm trying to clarify. And, you know, do you want to talk a little bit?
Yeah. You said everything.
So the letter is written out as if it was a group decision to withhold the Hasan episode from being released and to publish this letter for the public to read. All things considered, not uploading the Hasan episode was probably the smartest decision. And this is a man who pulls on dogtails and has changed his color.
If you didn't want to upload the Hasan podcast, you could have just said, hey, we're not comfortable uploading this podcast because this motherfucker abuses animals. No one would have criticized you. Well, the Hasan audience would have. They would have probably tried to kill you, to be honest. But that's true. But either you upload it or you don't. You don't do this nothing burger. Don't upload. Make believe it's for a different reason. Blame the editors. Fire some of the staff. Like that shit's just unbelievably cringe.
Story about 5 times.
Nux, why do you hate Nick Fuentes? I don't know why we're discussing this right now while we're watching other retards, but I don't actually hate Nick Fuentes. That's actually not a true categorization of me. I don't hate a lot of people. I don't hate Nick Fuentes. I disagree with him on a few points, but I don't hate the guy.
At this point, in short, most people.
Whereas Hasan Piker directly slanders me and tries to get his audience to kill me, so I actually don't like Hasan more. Like, not even close. What are we talking about?
People do not see him in a positive light right now, and for good reason. And now, granted, I understand Pokimane's frustration with her staff for publishing a response to a controversy this significant without her permission. I don't know what exactly the dynamic or responsibilities are between Pokimane and the podcast staff, but I will give Pokimane the benefit of the doubt that it's agreed upon she needs to be notified for something this substantial. What I don't understand is Pokimane letting everyone know that she personally wanted the Hasan episode to be released, despite him being accused of abusing his dog.
Yeah, true. Also, it's not an accusation. He abuses his dog.
Your staff is right to not wanting to upload the Hasan episode. That guest on your quote-unquote comfy podcast is being accused of animal abuse, you fucking...
No, abuses his animals.
Idiot. From a PR perspective, yes, it is absolutely stupid for you to upload an episode that includes an individual like Hasan. This is the equivalent of me having a podcast in 2020 and said, our next guest on the podcast is Shane Dawson with his new wife.
I hope that kind of clarifies.
Yeah, but also, you know the craziest thing? Did Hasan Piker post this image? Because this could be really nefarious. You know, he might have posted this image in order to make it clear that he's going to be on the podcast, to kind of force them to get involved in the controversy. If Hasan is the one that posted this image, then he knows that he's in the middle of his dog abuse scandal, and he's posting an image to implicate random people to kind of force them to upload a podcast with him, or they will look shitty. I kind of feel like that's what this was about.
It's absolutely stupid of me having a podcast in 2020 and said, our next guest on the podcast is Shane Dawson with his new wife.
I hope that kind of clarifies. I know our community is so sweetie pie cuties that they, I think, get us. They know our hearts. They know where we're coming from.
Except they're not even going to explain what the controversy is.
And I think anyone who is like looking for some crazy statement or something, you're probably not a part of our community.
Oh, hey, that's me.
And it's also unfortunate because it feels like it was a complete lose-lose situation, you know?
Yeah, true. You either piss off the terrorists by saying dog abuse is bad, or you piss off people that don't like watching animals get tortured and be pro-Hasan. It's a lose-lose situation when you're friends with terrorist supporter, and you deserve it. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. Pokimane, you deserve this lose-lose situation. See, I am never going to be in a situation like that. You know why? Because I am not friends with terrorists. Yeah, that's one of the lines I have drawn in the sand. I personally have 0 terrorist friends, and therefore I don't have this issue. When you are friends with terrorists, sometimes it's awkward.
Yeah.
No matter kind of what decision we made. Yeah.
How about don't tell people you're cool with uploading an episode with a guest who's being labeled as an animal abuser? I'm starting to think the reason why your staff released this statement without your consent is because your dumbass would have been so adamant about greenlighting Sweet and Sour episode 57, the Electric Boogaloo.
But Diesel, what about Lily Pichu?
What about Lily Pichu? I really have nothing to say about her because she herself has really said nothing about the controversy. I don't know how she is in other podcast episodes, but at least in this segment, she acts like how Ela Klein did 7 years ago, just sitting in a chair while occasionally saying yeah after hearing the most egregious dog shit takes of her life.
Ew. Please, I yapped so much.
You did. You are.
So what are your views?
Yep. Yeah, you did.
The hiatus, the Wait, you know what? I could yap some more if you want to. I got so much.
I don't care.
To quote the Talmud, which gets a lot of, there's a lot of controversy, and I have some Nick Fuentes fans in the audience, so I have to quote the Talmud. To quote the Talmud, 10 portions of speech came into the world. 9 of those portions were taken by women. That's an actual Talmud quote, by the way. That is an actual... All right, anyway, moving on.
Do you want me to yap some more while you think?
Sure.
To conclude, Pokimane does go on to explain if she had a manager or something of the sorts notifying her about the letter before it was published, then maybe the staff could have come to some sort of agreement, but that's all hearsay. I think the fact that Pokimane wanted to upload the Hasan episode in the first place already makes her a moron.
She is a moron. Anyway, this was literally retard woke downfall extravaganza. All right, the obvious main MVP of this entire video was the Talmud coming in at the end with an absolute banger. Definitely subscribe for more incredibly based parables and wisdom. And also, we make fun of a lot of retards on this channel, so I'll see you in the next one. But for now, there are lots of retards to make fun of, so I We'll be going to do that now. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.